Imagine a place where time takes a detour, a place where yesterday can be tomorrow. This is Samoa, an island nation in the heart of the Pacific Ocean, where the international dateline, that invisible marker of time zones, takes an unexpected curve. The dateline, by international agreement, snakes its way through the Pacific, creating a point where today ends and tomorrow begins. Cross from east to west, and you gain a day. Cross from west to east, and a day vanishes, lost in the temporal fold. Samoa, once on the eastern side of this line, made a decision that would rewrite its relationship with time. Samoa, a nation with a rich history and vibrant culture, found itself caught in a temporal anomaly. It was 24 hours behind its closest neighbours and trading partners, Australia and New Zealand. This temporal gap created a logistical nightmare. Businesses struggled to operate efficiently. Communication was hampered by the constant need to adjust for the day's difference. Something had to change. In a bold move, Samoa decided to leap across the international dateline. On December 29, 2011, the sun set on Samoa as usual, but this time it wouldn't rise again until December 31st. December 30, 2011 ceased to exist in Samoa, erased from the calendar with a stroke of the governmental pen. This temporal shift created a fascinating paradox with American Samoa, a US territory just 101 miles away. Once united by time, these two Samoas were now separated by a full day. Families and friends living within sight of each other now existed on different sides of a temporal curtain. The erasure of a day, a seemingly impossible feat, highlighted the arbitrary nature of time. It was a reminder that time, as we understand it, is a human construct, a way to impose order on the chaos of the universe. But in Samoa, time was no longer a straight line. It was a circle, bending back on itself. Samoa's leap across the dateline wasn't driven by a philosophical fascination with time. It was a calculated move, a decision rooted in economic pragmatism. Samoa's economy was heavily reliant on trade and tourism from Australia and New Zealand. The 24-hour time difference was a major obstacle to business and a deterrent to travellers. By aligning its time zone with its closest neighbours, Samoa hoped to boost its economy. It was a gamble, a leap of faith into the unknown. But it was a gamble that paid off. Trade with Australia and New Zealand increased. Tourism flourished, as travellers no longer had to factor in a lost day when visiting Samoa. The time shift was a testament to Samoa's adaptability, its willingness to challenge the status quo in pursuit of progress. It was a reminder that time, far from being an unyielding force, could be moulded to serve the needs of humanity. But this temporal manipulation would have far-reaching consequences, some anticipated, others unforeseen. For the people of Samoa, the time shift was an adjustment. Waking up on a Friday, only to be told it was actually Saturday, took some getting used to. The rhythm of daily life was disrupted, the familiar cadence of days and nights thrown into disarray. Families with ties to American Samoa found themselves grappling with the strange reality of having relatives living a day behind or ahead, depending on your perspective. Weddings, funerals, and other important events now required careful coordination across the temporal divide. The temporal anomaly created a sense of living in a liminal space, a place between yesterday and tomorrow. It was a constant reminder that time, despite its seemingly concrete nature, is ultimately an illusion, a shared perception that can be altered, manipulated, even erased. Section 5. A boon for science. Samoa's temporal anomaly wasn't just a curiosity, it was a scientific opportunity. Astronomers, seismologists, and climate scientists realized that Samoa's unique position on the international dateline offered a rare chance to study the Earth and its systems from a new perspective. For astronomers, Samoa became a vantage point for observing celestial events. With a 24-hour head start on observations, they could track the movement of stars and planets with greater precision. Seismologists could monitor earthquake activity across the dateline, gaining valuable insights into the propagation of seismic waves. Climate scientists, too, found Samoa's temporal anomaly to be a valuable tool. By studying weather patterns across the dateline, they could gain a better understanding of how climate change was impacting the Pacific region. Samoa, once a place where time was lost, became a place where scientific knowledge was gained. But the time shift wasn't without its hiccups. Legal disputes arose over contracts and agreements that spanned the dateline. Religious observances, deeply ingrained in Samoan culture, were disrupted by the shifting temporal landscape. Some argued that the erasure of December 30th had robbed them of a day of their lives, a day of memories and experiences. The cultural impact was profound. Samoans, for centuries, had lived in harmony with the natural rhythms of time. The sun's journey across the sky dictated the cadence of their days. The cycles of the moon marked the passage of months and seasons. Now, time was a foreign entity, imposed upon them by external forces. The time shift, intended to modernize Samoa and align it with the global economy, had inadvertently created a rift between the past and present, between tradition and progress. It was a stark reminder that progress, often touted as a linear progression, can sometimes manifest as a disruptive force, a whirlwind of change that leaves both winners and losers in its wake. The story of Samoa's time-bending leap is a parable for the modern age. It highlights the complexities of progress, the unforeseen consequences that often accompany even the most well-intentioned actions. It reveals the intricate interplay between time, culture, and the relentless march of globalization. Samoa's decision to erase a day was a testament to human ingenuity, our ability to manipulate even the most fundamental aspects of our existence. But it also served as a cautionary tale, a reminder that tampering with time, even for seemingly logical reasons, can have far-reaching and unpredictable effects. Samoa's journey through the looking glass of time challenges us to reconsider our own relationship with this elusive concept. It compels us to ask, what is time if it can be so easily manipulated? Is it a river flowing inexorably towards the future? Or is it a boundless ocean where past, present, and future coexist in a state of perpetual flux? But from this temporal paradox emerged an unexpected benefit. Samoa's unique position on the international dateline, coupled with its advanced tsunami warning system, transformed the island nation into a temporal lighthouse, a beacon of early warning for tsunamis in the Pacific. Because of its location on the eastern edge of the dateline, Samoa is often the first point of contact for tsunamis generated by earthquakes in the Pacific Rim. This temporal head start, once a source of confusion and disruption, became a crucial factor in tsunami preparedness. Samoa's early warning system, linked to a network of buoys and sensors throughout the Pacific, could detect a tsunami hours before it reached other coastlines. This advance notice allowed time for evacuations, potentially saving countless lives. Samoa, once vulnerable to the capricious nature of time, had turned its temporal anomaly into a life-saving advantage. The story of Samoa and its dance with the international dateline is a testament to the enduring power of human adaptability. It is a reminder that time, though a powerful force, is not immutable. It can be bent, stretched, even erased to serve our needs and aspirations. But it's also a story of caution, a reminder that even the most well-intentioned actions can have unintended consequences. As we navigate the ever-shifting currents of time, we must proceed with both ingenuity and humility, always mindful of the delicate balance between progress and tradition, between the past, the present, and the future that lies ahead.